Investing can be a very rough journey if you don't have all the right tools at your disposal. And unfortunately, there are people willing to sell you any and everything that promises to get you the exact results. Instead, let's skip all of that. And I'm going to give you the absolute best tools for free. And the last one is going to be a game changer for you. Let's go ahead and break it down. So these are all the things you need. We're going to cover what to use for research, AI tools, and everything in between. And the best thing is this: not only are they free, they don't have to be super complex. All right. So the first one is research. That is the things you have to do to figure out whether you want to invest in something, what is going on with the stock market, and whether or not you need to pay attention to those things. All right. So I'm going to give you 3 apps to use. You can use all 3. You can only use one of them. It is totally up to you. So go ahead and break out your notes and or start to download these apps right now. The first one, if you have an iPhone, you already have what is called the Stocks app. That is the first one. It is already there. It is super easy to use. If you don't know how to use it, I did a whole breakdown video right here of how that works, screen share and all of that. So that is one. You can go there and add stocks to your watch list and follow them, if you will, and it'll give you very easy to follow news stories and research whatever it is you're looking for those stocks. Super easy to use. These next 2 can be used for iPhone, desktop, whatever device that you are on. That is Yahoo Finance and CNBC. Yahoo Finance does news and notifications. That's really what I like it for. Anytime that I am following breaking news, following a story, I usually get it from Yahoo Finance first. That is what pops up, and I can go there, read what's happening from wherever it's coming from. I can also use it to research more into a stock. What's the dividend of a specific company? How well is it done in the last 6 months? How well it's done in the last year? So on and so forth. Super easy to use. If you want me to do a quick tutorial on it and what I look for, let me know in the comments. I will do it if y'all tell me and if y'all watch. If you're not going to do it, I'm not going to waste my time editing the video and doing it. Okay? So just let me know. The next one is CNBC. I like CNBC because their articles are usually pretty short, very easy to read and understand. When it comes to the stock market, there are a lot of terms out there and a lot of things can be very cumbersome and confusing. I rarely run into something on CNBC where I'm like, let me go back and read this again. Unlike this book, okay, The Intelligent Investor, which I clearly read and took notes and do understand from cover to cover, right? It took me a while, right? I had to go back and read things multiple times. And the book was probably written in, what, the 30s? The 20s or 30s? It was written a while back, so that was kind of why. But unlike that book, I had to go back and like, hey, this could have been worded a lot easier, right? CNBC, you get straight to it. So especially if you are someone who is new, CNBC should probably be your first source to say, hey, what is going on in the stock market? Start there with CNBC. You have a question, what's going on with a specific stock or company you're looking for, go to Yahoo Finance for that stock, or go to the Apple stock app for that specific stock. When it comes to the language of the stock market, if you feel like, hey, you know, the stock market feels like German or Chinese or Spanish or any language that you currently do not speak, one other resource, I've got a totally free guide on my website. The link will be right here, and it's a sample chapter of my book where I just break down all of those things for you. It's totally easy to understand, and that'll give you a very good starting point to get you comfortable with understanding all of these articles and understanding a lot of the terms that you're going to run into that are important for people who are looking to invest in the stock market. Most of the stuff beyond that is going to be explained in step number 3 or tool number 3, and that is ChatGPT. However, this is what you need to know about ChatGPT. I would not go there and say, tell me about Walmart stock. Don't do that. Okay, you don't want to do that because ChatGPT is known to hallucinate and may not have the most up-to-date data, so on and so forth. So do not use ChatGPT for that type of research. However, what you can use ChatGPT for is this. Number 1, if you are looking at a piece of news or you're looking at a paragraph or something you don't necessarily understand, or there's a very confusing piece in a financial statement or something like that, and you don't know what that is, and I don't have a video explaining it on the channel, then you can take that paragraph and say, hey, explain this on a 8th grade reading level, explain this on a 12th grade reading level, or whatever, and it will explain it in a simpler term that makes more sense. Because honestly, there are a lot of things that people like to make themselves feel a lot better by using a whole lot of words that don't really make sense. So that's number one. Number two, you can use ChatGPT to do a lot of math for you. For example, let's say I have 10 stocks and I need to rebalance. I want to make sure every stock is back at $1,000, but it's not, because I've been investing for a while. Some stocks lost money, some stocks made money. How much should I sell to make sure all of these are even? And I want to sell one and add a whole new stock. You can say, hey, ChatGPT, here are the stocks I have. Here's what I want them to be. I want to add a stock. Which one should I buy and sell? And it will spit out exactly what you need to do and how you need to do it. Instead of you sitting there in front of a spreadsheet, taking God knows how long it would take you to do that, ChatGPT will do it for you. And the math part, ChatGPT is great at. That's not something that it is more prone to hallucinate on. So that is what I would do it for. I wouldn't trust it for all of my financial needs. I definitely wouldn't ask it for therapy advice or anything like that. But keep it simple. Can it explain existing text? Can it do math for you? Probably so, and that is the two pieces that I would likely trust it for. Then you can use TradingView, and specifically TradingView for its heat map. A heat map is a visual representation of what's going on in the stock market and what stocks are good and bad during a specific time frame. And very easily you can look and see from either 1 year, 6 months, or even a day, these stocks have done great, or even for a specific area of the market. Now, why is this a good thing? Well, one, if you're somebody who's looking for good stocks or looking for an area of the market, it's hard to just sit here and just think what stocks are good and just figure that out on your own. That's almost impossible. So why not just look with your own eyes, right? And get a visual representation of what stocks are good right there in your face. Even better, you can look and see this area of the stock market, and I'm just making this up, retail or finance or technology, these stocks are doing well. Why is that? Or you can click in and zoom in and see these are the stocks that are doing well right now, and this stock is not. Maybe there's something going on in the economy. Maybe there's a law passed. Maybe tariffs or something are tearing up a certain part of the market. Maybe this is why my portfolio isn't doing well, or I need to put these types of stocks in my portfolio. But it makes it a lot easier for you to see that, because you can see where the entire stock market is moving. So that is something that you absolutely want to add. Now, there's one thing that I did not add in this video, and that is, well, what are the absolute best apps for you to use? That's because I have a whole video already covering that. So if you want to know what are the best apps for you to use and invest in right now, you want to check out this video right here.